Stravete.
And welcome back to our little Bulgarian adventure.
Well, spring's messing us about a bit this year.
Yeah, definitely a mixed bag on weather this week.
Yeah.
Mostly been nice.
Yeah.
Up until now.
Yeah, it's wet today. But,
Today's wet and cold, and we're supposed to be going frost on
next
snow,
week, below
possibly.
freezing again. Unbelievable.
What is going on? I keep moving my plants in and out.
But we did know that spring was on its way because this is what we saw on Sunday. I don't know if you can see them because it's only my phone, but there are the stalks. They're just flying over, circling. We still haven't got one on our nest yet, but they're certainly back.
Yeah, that was the first real sign of stalks we've seen in our area this year, and we hadn't had one on our nest yet.
No.
But we think we have now.
We think he's back.
There's been a stalk around there for the last day or two,
yeah.
Settling on the nest.
I tried to photograph him yesterday.
Yeah.
He went out.
Yeah, wouldn't come back to the nest while you were there, would
No.
he? So he was not playing.
But he wasn't there first thing this morning. He's there now.
Yeah.
So hopefully he'll settle in and we'll have our stalk back.
And his partner, or
yeah.
her partner.
Fingers crossed. Whichever one it is.
But yes, it is good to see him back on the nest. We thought we'd missed out this year because the other nest in Makaripolska has got a stalk on it.
And it's had it for a good week.
So we were quite late thinking, oh, we're not getting one.
But fingers crossed, we have.
So we had a couple of days out.
Yes.
We did our big monthly shop on Monday in Schumann.
Yes, we headed off to Schumann, did our bits and pieces, and we saw a dinosaur.
Yeah. Random thing in a park. Really cute little Bulgarian girl was terrified of it.
Yeah.
Hid behind her mother's legs.
But apparently,
go past it.
Apparently it's a park down in Burgas. So
Yeah.
if you're in Burgas and you want to see some dinosaurs, that's the place to go. Then Wednesday we went out again.
Yes, 2 days in 1 week. What is
Yeah.
going on?
But that's because it was those of you who follow all the important dates, it's my birthday.
Yes, we went to Tigerfish to had a meal at the Kolitoto restaurant.
That's it, yeah.
Very
lovely.
nice.
Absolutely
Very
lovely.
pleasant.
And I had a traditional Bulgarian dish. Lovely. Enjoyed it a lot.
We did. It was a nice little meal out.
Yeah. But we haven't, it's not all been days out, you know. Oh no, we've done stuff here as well. I've been working to finish off this hallway. I had a little project this week. This is what it was. Well, we're on the home straight now for the hallway. The ceiling is up, plastered, ready for painting. The last thing I've got to do in here is cover up these cables. Now, the original plan was we were going to have a cupboard over the whole bit here with an opening door so we could get to the meter if we needed to, or the fuse box. But since then I've had a rethink, and all I'm trying to actually do is hide the cables. So I'm going to put plasterboard over the top here down to this level so you can still get to the meter. All these cables are hidden. They'll be painted white, plastered in, coved around. You won't even know it's there, hopefully. I'm now drilling the holes for the screws to go through in the wood. I'm doing it this way round because I want the plasterboard to be 4 centimetres away from the wall, and this length is 4 centimetres. So I'll just drill through here. Two in each. And then I can hold them up to the wall, drill through the holes into the wall to mark where I need to put the raw plugs to secure them to the wall. Well, that's the battening in place. All I've got to do now is cut the plasterboard, fit the plasterboard, and see how it looks. So I've now put plasterboard down the edge and along the bottom. That's sealing the sides in. I've got my plasterboard cut ready to go on top, like so. So let's put it in place. And there it is. That's our wires boxed in. Just need a coat of plaster. And once the plaster dries, coving and paint, you won't know it's there. And there we have it plastered. It's had a couple of days to dry. So I'm now in a position where I can put the coving along the top, fill any gaps with a filler, an acrylic filler. And once that's up, it'll be ready to paint. Now, I didn't show the coving when I was doing the spare room, but this is all it is. It's a piece of expanded polystyrene or styrofoam or whatever you want to call it, shaped like a bit of coving, angled so it'll fit into the corner. You cut it with a sharp utility knife, glue it up, job done. The reason I'm using this is because there's a bit of flexibility in this. There's flexibility in the glue that you use to put it on the ceiling, so if there's any movement at all, you don't get cracks. This absorbs that movement, keeps a nice finish, hopefully for longer. Once you've measured and marked the length you need of coving, you need to put the mitre corner into it. I'm using this mitre block which guides the blade to the correct angle. Now, unfortunately, my blade's not quite long enough to do the job in one, so I'll just pull it back, follow that line, and finish off the cut. That then gives me the angle I need to fit up into the corner. Next, we apply dabs of adhesive along each side of the back of the coving, and this will stick it to the ceiling and the wall and hold it in place. That's the coving all up in place. I've allowed the glue to dry, so what I've got to do now is go around with the acrylic filler, filling in the little gaps, going at top and bottom, smoothing that out just so it's a smooth surface to paint and it's a seamless finish. So there we are, that's the wires boxed in, plastered and the coving applied. I'm going to let everything dry thoroughly for another couple of days before I paint it, but it's tidied up that corner and we're very close to finishing this hallway.
Well, Adam's been working indoors, I've been working outdoors this week, tidying up bits and pieces, still doing a bit of pruning, even though it's a bit late for that, but some of it I hadn't done yet. Getting beds ready.
And we did show you a little bit of our woodland a few weeks ago and said things are about to start growing. Well, they have. Have a look at this.
You may remember I did a video a few weeks ago showing you how things were growing and how things were beginning to come out at the beginning of spring. Well, it's been a few weeks, we've had a bit of rain and it's really taken off. You can see all the dead nettles here in the garden. We're about to start trimming, basically so that we can just keep on top of it. And you can see here that Lynn's been preparing the beds, planting the stuff that she's bought, and it's all settling nicely and brightens the place up. And here we are at the start of the woodland, and as I said, the purple will take over, and it has. We've still got some of the daffodils out. We've got some little white flowers which I don't know what they are. If you know, let me know. But yes, I think we're going to start with the pathways and then work our way in. I did mention these blue flowers accompany the dead nettles. There's quite a lot of them here. And at the top of the picture now, that is our mint bed. Slightly overgrown, but it will come back. When we say it's a carpet of purple, we really do mean it's a carpet of purple. We're going to have these for the next few weeks, and slowly, when they go away, we'll trim larger areas until we have the woodland back under control. And this is the apple tree in the compound, and you can see the blossoms out on it. Hopefully the wind won't pick up too much and blow it all away, and we'll get a nice load of apples. And there's blossom on this little fruit tree that we planted. Hopefully we'll get something on here as well, but it's a bit young yet, so maybe we won't. Have to wait and see. And this is the apple tree just outside the front of our house. Again, you can see the blossoms coming, so hopefully we'll get apples on here. Now these ones do come out after the ones in the dog compound, and the apples are ready later, so hopefully we'll have a good run of apples this year.
We have just completed the first trim of the year in our little patch in the middle of the garden here outside the front of the house.
Yep.
But it is getting thicker everywhere now.
And this wet weather's not helping because we can't trim when it's wet.
And I think we've got 2 or 3 days of wet weather now, and coming up to that cold patch on Monday when we're supposed to hit -4 overnight.
Yeah, so I'm going to carry on working indoors.
And I'm just going to watch it all grow.
And that's our week next week. But for this week, I think you're up to date now.
Yep, I think that's about it.
I think so.
Just leaves us to say,
Stay safe.
be well.
Doskoro.
Doskoro.